Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. It's winter time, so we're doing a lot of maintenance stuff that we need to do for a while. So stick around, we'll get something done. Next project is out here in the shop. I noticed last time I used my hand truck, the tire on this side was going flat. And if you've ever tried to move anything heavy with a hand truck with a flat tire, you know that that's no bueno. So rather than replace that with another tube that can go bad at some point, while I was in town, we've got these airless flat-free tires. So we don't have to worry about tires going low anymore. Do yourself a favor, folks. Fix stuff as it needs to get fixed. Don't be one of those duct tape and baling wire farmers that you got to spend 2 hours fixing things before you can actually get to work. Now the next thing we have to deal with are these little press-on washers here that the cheap manufacturers put on there. They just kind of push on, they're kind of concave, so they'll go one way and not the other. So it'll be a chore getting those back off of there. So rather than fuss and fight with these, just going to take our little 4.5 inch grinder, we'll put it right up next to here and cut those off. If we ding the wheel up at all, doesn't matter because we're getting rid of these anyway. Now these wheels go on, you can see there's a spaced out portion right here, and then this piece is recessed. The piece that goes out goes down. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a flat washer that goes over this, and then we'll just spot weld it on either side, because these should never have to come off again. But if they do, we can just cut that spot weld. Well, hi, Brandy. What do you think? Does it pass inspection? Good as new, and no more flat tires. Now, if you're interested in changing a tube out of one of these tires, we'll show you how to do that too, because there is a trick to it. So obviously you want to take all the air out of your tire, which we don't have to worry about that because this one already flat. So what you want to do, whatever side that your valve stem is on, that's the side you want to open up. Now, you have to push down on one side of the tire to get the other side of the tire to come out, because this side of the tire has to go into this groove down here. If you don't push down on this side of the tire, it's still on the bead surface and you won't be able to pull this side out. So just push that side down. You don't have to worry about when you got the old tube in there, because you don't have to worry about damaging the old tube. But once you get the new tube, you want to be very careful that you don't damage. So we're down in that groove. We're able to get the tire up over the rim. So now you just get another one of your screwdrivers and you just keep going around until that tire pops out of the rim. There is still a little bit of air left in that tube, enough to where we can't get it out. So take one of these little tools. It's actually a valve stem cover, a cap that can go on there like that. But this little slotted thing goes down inside that valve stem, and then you just twist it lefty-loosey until your whole stem comes out. And then we can kind of deflate, get the rest of the air out of that tube just by pulling up on the tire. Now we want to get in there and grab that old tube. I just use a pair of needle nose pliers, get in there and grab it and pull it out over the rim. Again, you don't have to worry about ruining this tube because it's already bad. Push down on the rim. Okay, so now we have it all out, but from around the valve stem. So now you can just take your pair of pliers, push through that valve stem, get it out of the hole, and then it should come the rest of the way out. Like that. Now you see how our tire's all dry and cracked? This would actually need a new tire too. So we made a good call getting those other tires, because by the time we buy tires and tubes for all this, those are paid for. So now that we got the old tube out, we'll pretend that this is the new tube. We want to roll this valve stem under and get it over the rim in there. And then we're just going to start shoving this tube inside. It's not the easiest thing to do. You're going to have to work at it a little bit. Grab your valve stem with a pair of pliers. Pull that up through there. And then just work the rest of your tube in. Push your tire back. Pop the rest of that tube on there. So now our tube is all the way in there. And our tire is still up in that groove. So now we can work on putting our tire back on. Make sure you don't hook that tube in there. It's only 20 degrees in this shop. This rubber does not want to cooperate. So now that we're ready to pair it up, grab your valve stem with a pair of pliers so keeps your tube stem out. Do not get your fingers anywhere near here, you will regret it. So we'll hit it just with a little bit of air, just very small amount. Just enough to keep things snug. The valve stem's out tight. kind of straightens everything out. So now this goes up to 30 pounds. 30 pounds, and then that's it. Got a new tube in your tire. Not easy, but it can be done. We're actually going to take these back apart so we can throw these metal rims in our scrap metal bin over there. We saw us a couple videos ago take our scrap in. Every little bit pays off. And then we'll also take the guts out of our valve stem. We'll take that valve out because sometimes those go bad. And we have a little box that we save those in. And we'll save our valve stem caps as well. Everything else will go in the garbage. All right, folks. Me and the pups are back inside because it's a little chilly out there. My fingers are getting cold. We're going to make some lunch. So I'm glad I got that done because today's low is going to be tomorrow's high. As far as the weather goes, we're going to get dipped down into 0 degrees this weekend, so we don't want to be out messing around with this kind of stuff. We're going to make some lunch because it's lunchtime, and then I'm going to tidy up a few things here in the house. And I think Kelly and I are going to dinner and a movie yet again tonight. Always a fun time out with Kelly. So we appreciate you guys visiting the channel. It means a lot to us. It really helps us support the channel just by you viewing. Remember, we're not going to charge you any fee for any special content or anything like that. We don't want you all to pay a dime for any of our content. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here at the farm. Yummy.